Seated. I declare this assembly for the award of academic distinctions to be in session. Good afternoon, honoured guests, university staff, members of court, proud families and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I am James Miller, the very proud Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University of the West of Scotland, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to today's celebration. Today we gather in the magnificent surroundings of the Crichton Memorial Church to celebrate a monumental achievement, your graduation. This day marks the culmination of years of determination, curiosity and resilience. Individually and collectively, you have navigated your pathway to this point, and today we recognise and honour your hard work and perseverance. At UWS, we take pride in being more than an institution of higher learning. We are a community built on inclusion, opportunity and purpose. Widening participation in higher education through learning, research and innovation, as well as being an anchor institution in those communities we serve, has always been and always will be one of our defining strengths. We believe that talent knows no boundaries, neither geographical nor socio-economic, and that everyone, regardless of their starting point, deserves the opportunity to succeed and thrive. As I reflect on this graduating class, I see the richness of diversity, as well as the shared determination that has united us in our purpose. Many of you are the first in your family to attend university. A milestone not just for you, but for the generations that will follow. Some of you have overcome significant obstacles, from balancing studies with work and family commitments to navigating challenges that life has thrown your way. Your stories are the very embodiment of grit, passion, and the power of education to transform lives. As we celebrate your individual triumphs today, we must also remember that education is not just a personal achievement. It is a powerful tool for change. At UWS, we have aligned our purpose with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The SDGs call on each of us to contribute through our work, through our choices, and through our voices to build a more sustainable and just world. Embracing this responsibility is not just an opportunity to make a difference, it's a chance to be part of a historic movement toward global progress and unity. Through your studies, projects and research, many of you have already contributed to these goals. Whether it was developing innovative solutions for clean energy, advocating for social justice and reducing inequalities, improving healthcare, or creating technologies to address climate change, your work has already begun to leave a mark. The world needs your passion, your commitment, your purpose, your expertise now more than ever. I am particularly proud to say that our university ranks in the top 300 universities globally in the Times Higher Education Social Impact Rankings, showcasing our commitment to addressing the world's most pressing challenges, including environmental sustainability, social inclusion, economic growth, and partnerships. Through our widening access initiatives and community partnerships, we are actively working to break down barriers and create a more equitable world. We have also been named by the Times and Sunday Times Scottish University of the Year for social inclusion. A tremendous accolade for our staff and students that amplifies our very purpose. You leave this university not only with a qualification, but also with a responsibility to use your knowledge, skills, and expertise to make a positive difference. Remember that progress often begins with small, determined steps. It begins by standing up for what is right, pursuing your dreams with integrity, and lifting others as you rise. To the incredible academic and professional services staff, your dedication, expertise, and unwavering support has been instrumental in guiding our students towards success. Your commitment to fostering growth, inspiring curiosity, and creating an inclusive learning environment has made an immeasurable impact on the lives of our students. Everyone, please join me in a rousing round of applause for all the staff at UWS. Thank you, staff. To the families, friends, and supporters here today, and those unable to join us in person, your unwavering encouragement has been the foundation of this success. You have been the quiet champions, the cheerleaders, and the safety nets, and today we celebrate you as well. Graduands, this is now your opportunity to show your appreciation. Please give a loud cheer in recognition of all the support you have received from friends and family. Thank you, friends and family. Now, graduates, I know you can make more noise than that, and your friends deserve more noise than that. So let's do that one more time, but with a rousing cheer for family and friends. Thank you. Much better, thank you. To the class of 2025, thank you for placing your trust in UWS. It has been such a privilege for us all to help you succeed in achieving your higher education ambitions. As graduates, you stand at the threshold of a world that desperately needs fresh ideas, empathy, and resilience to confront pressing challenges like climate change, inequality, and health crises. You have shown that you are capable of succeeding. Now it is your opportunity to shape a better world. The world now awaits your brilliance, and remember, you have the power to shape a better future through the communities you serve. One choice, one action, one day at a time. Do so with that spirit of inclusivity and that drive for sustainability that characterises the UWS community. And more importantly, that belief that together we can overcome the most daunting of challenges. Congratulations to you all once again, and thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my privilege to present to you, for the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, Jamie Livingston. Jamie is currently head of Oxfam Scotland, a role he has held since 2013. And through that role, and indeed before then, he's had many connections with UWS, and many connections with where we are gathered today in Dumfries. And like our graduates before us, he has many connections with Scotland and beyond. I say many connections with UWS, as Jamie has been a huge contributor to the university in terms of our successes, not only in teaching and learning, but also in our societal impact through our research and community engagement. Since 2012, UWS and Oxfam Scotland have been working in partnership. A partnership that has brought together the academic expertise of our university and the social justice and anti-poverty advocacy strengths of Oxfam Scotland. Through this partnership, we've critically examined the impact of numerous public policies. Jamie has been core. In fact, he's been integral to making changes within his and our communities as a result. This should not be surprising to those that know him better than us, as Jamie's long been a passionate advocate for social justice. He's a passionate advocate for involving our university among the communities in which we all live and work. And he's a passionate advocate for climate justice too. So who is this Jamie Livingston? Who is this man we're formally bringing into our graduate ranks as we are all of you today? Well, like many of us, he's a child of Scotland, but one who has left only to return. After graduating university here in Scotland, he won a scholarship for postgraduate study in America. He went to Emory University in Georgia, where he interned at the US TV broadcaster CNN. He worked on the international desk, and while there, he met Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States. That must have been pretty cool. Then he returned to Scotland to a full-time career as a journalist. In this, he followed in the footsteps of his dad, who was a journalist himself. Jamie spent a decade in the field, most notably with the Sunday Mail, and then as political correspondent for STV News, a role that saw him hold political leaders to account at both the Scottish Parliament and Westminster. It was his work as a journalist and his personal journey and the places he visited, particularly reporting on the conflict in Darfur and Sudan in 2003, they clearly shaped who he is and influenced him. And it was this passion for social justice that led him into new areas and the ranks of Oxfam Scotland. While at Oxfam Scotland, he's continued to be an advocate for justice and an advocate for social change, not only here, but far beyond our borders. He supported fundraising for development and humanitarian projects in countries like Malawi and Sudan, and supported efforts to address climate change in Kenya. He's campaigned at the United Nations forums on arms control and climate change. Jamie has produced films and podcasts, written numerous reports, and perhaps illustrative of just how a tireless campaigner he is. He's served and continues to serve on numerous expert groups, supporting everything from tax justice to climate impact. And he's a leading player within the Disasters Emergency Committee in Scotland, and he sits on the Scottish Government's Humanitarian Emergency Fund panel. He regularly speaks before parliaments, from Holyrood to Westminster to Geneva. And of course, now he comments to the media from the other side of the microphone. Jamie's also a son, a brother, a husband, and a dad. And I'm glad we're able to have his family join us today. His father and his mother, his wife and her mother are here for the ceremony. Indeed, Jamie also referees his son's rugby matches and enjoys walking the family dog. I'm wondering how you manage to do all these things. So, we return to the reason we recognize Jamie today. He's an example of an untiring and determined campaigner, an advocate for our communities, a trusted and supportive partner for UWS, and a driving force for change, and a contributor to the mission of inclusion and equality which we as a university are so proud of and committed to. Accordingly, Vice-Chancellor, I would now present to you, for the award of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, Jamie Livingston.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Computing, Engineering and Physical Sciences, may I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computing Science with a first-class honours the following student, Cameron Jones. And finally, Ian James McDougall. Vice-Chancellor.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Education and Social Science, I present to you for the Bachelor of Arts Social Work with first-class honours the following students: Andrew William Forsyth, Michelle Morrison, Lisa Jane Murray, Casey Amy Kaur Sandhu, Natalie Elizabeth Anastasia Warner, and for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Social Work with honours, Lauren Carmichael. Frederica Evelina Margarita Kier. Paige Selena Mason. Kaylee Amy McKnight. And finally, Summer Megan Weir.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Life Sciences, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science Adult Nursing, Robin Audrey Barber. Lana Louise Blakely. Harrison Kai Blount. Simon Ian Brotherston. Saskia Brown. Jessica Cameron. Rachel Fiona Carruthers. Millie Carson. Natasha Conley. Rebecca Lauren Dalrymple. Laura Elizabeth Darley. Jade Goodwin. Joanne Gray. Ellie Haggerty. Lauren Melanie Louise Hannay. Olivia Mary Henderson. Samantha Heron. Ellis Higginson. Emily Caitlin Dodd Hunter. Kerry Hunter. Cassie Johnston. Debbie Johnston. Jemima Pamela Rose Johnstone. Dale Jones. Lana Sheena Lindsay. Charlie David McClure Towers. Zoe Louise McCutcheon. Cassie McEwen. Anna Victoria McKenna. Holly Charlotte Milligan. Rachel Morrison. Rachel Murphy. Jade Pricktoe. Jessica Nancy Andrews Ray. Vary Reid. Kirsty Rudd. Joanne Savage. Poppy Rose Tester. Sophia Antonio Vicentini. Kirsty Wilson. Kimberly Shannon Young. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science Mental Health Nursing and winner of the Court Medal, Sandy Little. and for the degree of Bachelor of Science Mental Health Nursing, Lauren Charlotte Agnew. Georgia Mary Clark. Max Sean Cliff. Kimberly Conley. Riona Green. Yulia Kovaska. Stacey Lupton. Ailey Morrison MacLeod. Sophie Margaret McClure. Megan Demi McCrudden. Chloe Rebecca McGregor. Amy Shirley Ritchie. Kerry Margaret Tweedy. And finally, Morgan West. It now gives me great pleasure to present to you the winner of the Evelyn Hastings Award, awarded annually to a UWS BSc nursing student enrolled on the Dumfries campus who has demonstrated high standards in clinical practice placements and resilience in the face of adversity during their final year of their degree programme. Anna Victoria McKenna. And finally, the winner of the Pauline Brown MBE Award, awarded annually to a UWS BSc adult nursing student who has demonstrated exceptional commitment beyond their academic and clinical duties by actively volunteering in initiatives that promote community well-being and outreach. Charlie David McClure Towers.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a huge privilege to make this contribution on behalf of everybody sitting at the back there, the real stars of today. I'm sure I'm not the only one who got a bit of goosebumps seeing all the smiling faces coming up to be graduated today. I'm sure some of you felt pretty nervous before you came up here. If it's any comfort, the last time I was in this very space was nearly 18 years ago, and I was more nervous than I've ever been. I was standing right about there and about to be married. Thankfully, today is a little bit less nerve-wracking, only a little. I want to start by saying thank you. It's a wholly unexpected pleasure to receive this honorary degree today. Thank you, Professor Leith, Vice-Chancellor, members of the court. My connection with the university goes back to 2012, soon after the partnership between Oxfam and the UWS was first established. It was created with a simple but powerful purpose: to help build a more equitable and sustainable Scotland. Over the last 13 years, the partnership has brought together the academic expertise of UWS with Oxfam's anti-poverty advocacy. It's the kind of cross-sectoral partnership that's both rare and increasingly vital to creating lasting change. Together, we've explored areas like the experiences of low-paid workers trapped in poor quality work. We've highlighted the role of brilliant community organisations like those in Govan and Clydebank. We've collaboratively assessed Scotland's progress towards the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. In recent times, we've focused on the need to break the link between caring for someone and living in poverty, whether that's undervalued social care workers or young carers or those from ethnic minority communities, and much more besides. Throughout, the partnership has rightly sought to centre the priorities, experiences and rich knowledge of frontline community organisations and too often the marginalised people that they actively serve. It has sought to help rebalance whose voice, whose knowledge and whose experiences are heard. Faces on both sides of the partnership have changed over the years. In some ways, I'm probably here because I've stuck around the longest. So I really want to acknowledge those who've been part of the journey along the way, but especially those involved from the very start. I see Professor Chick Collins, former Assistant Dean here at the UWS, who I'm really pleased is here today. And from Oxfam, Dr. Catherine Trebeck, and my predecessor as the head of Oxfam Scotland, Judith Robertson. My warm thanks also must go to Dr. Hartwich Potts and Dr. Chloe McLean, who I've worked really closely with in recent years, and now with Dr. Greg Ingalls. As with any true partnership, trust and mutual understanding have been key, along with patience and plenty of compromise. I'm acutely aware that these are really challenging times for the academic and charity sectors alike, but those working across both sectors in pursuit of social justice are needed now as much as they ever have been. Today in Scotland, 1 in 5 people live in poverty, with rates highest amongst black and minority ethnic communities. In our wealthy country, 240,000 children still endure the injustice of poverty. Inequalities of income and wealth are now extreme, both here and globally. And the impacts of the climate crisis are now impossible to ignore. Lives and livelihoods are already being lost. Today, I'm also thinking of my colleagues and partners in Gaza, who've been working tirelessly in unimaginable circumstances. Their efforts and their resilience are truly inspiring. Throughout my own work, I've been driven and sustained by a sense of what's right and what's wrong. You don't enter the charity sector for personal accolades, but in a world in which positive change can feel painfully slow at times, resilience is key. This recognition today will certainly fuel my personal resilience for the challenges ahead. But today isn't about my honorary degree or your gowns, certificates, or letters after your name. It's about recognising your commitment and your hard work, and congratulations to each and every one of you. But success is rarely achieved, if ever, alone. Each of you is here today thanks to the support of others. So my warmest congratulations also go to all those who've helped you along the way. And I'm no different. Those of you who know me best know that my work can be, well, pretty all-consuming at times. So while her name won't be on the graduation certificate, I want to share this recognition with my wife, Jo. She deserves it every inch as much as I do, so thank you. I'm delighted that my parents, Bill and Margaret, are here too. I'm delighted because their values of hard work, perseverance and integrity have shaped my own. So Mum, Dad, Thank you. And my mother-in-law, Jenny, is here too. She and her late husband, Martin, worked here at the Crichton many years ago, and it's really lovely to share this moment with all of you. I know there are graduates from multiple disciplines today, but wherever your path leads next, I'd like to share something I've learned along my own journey. What you do matters, of course it does, but so too does how you do it. So let your values drive you, not as an afterthought, but as the foundation of everything you do. Try to work with others with kindness and to use your power to stand with those who need it most. Do that and you're unlikely to go too far wrong. And I want to close with a question. Just over 2.5 years ago, my family sadly lost my eldest sister, Lynn. Whenever I asked for her advice, which I did all the time, she had a habit of asking me a simple question: what are you waiting for? So as you leave today, do so, yes, with huge pride and huge confidence, but also with a real determination to take what you've learned at UWS to drive lasting, positive change in whatever way you can. After all, what are you waiting for? Thank you.
Huge congratulations to all of our newest graduates and our newest honorary Dr. Livingston, who I think collectively deserve a rousing round of applause. Well done, everybody. Today is just the first of our graduations in the winter series, and none of the ceremonies can happen without a lot of background work going on, including the army of colleagues in purple gowns. And I think we should recognise the amount of work that goes on to make such a day happen. So thank you, everybody. But today is not just a first, it's also a last. It's the last graduation ceremony of our Vice Principal Governance and University Secretary, Donna McMillan. Donna has been part of the UWS community for, she'll hate me telling you this, 37 years. So everybody who graduated today has her signature on the bottom of their certificate, as do tens, if not hundreds of thousands of students who are now working right across the world. So Donna, on behalf of all of those students, for all of the staff, and on behalf of the court, thank you so much for all of your service over that period. Please do come and accept some flowers. Just a small bunch. It just remains for me to bring the ceremony to a close, and in thanking you all for attending, if you're able, please stand for the academic procession. Thank you.